This book has taught me the most important core principle of finance that anyone could tell you, and that is that you have to Hey everyone, welcome to Middle Child Finance. My name is Tierno and I'm here to share what I know about personal finance. As a quick background about myself, my parents are actually from Guinea, West Africa, and they immigrated to the United States in the early 90s to provide better opportunities for my siblings and me. Now, my siblings and I, we were all born and raised in the United States. And anyone who's out there that's also first generation, you can probably envision what that type of household is like, where you're raised on very traditional values and instilled a lot of discipline, where you're supposed to work very hard in school and get a high paying job upon graduating. So that's quite literally the type of upbringing that I had. And as a kid too, my father was the sole breadwinner for the house, and man, did that guy work. For any of the folks out there that remember the show Everybody Hates Chris, especially the dad figure Julius, that is quite literally my dad. And I say that because of how hard that man worked when I was a kid. Like, when I tell you, like, as a kid, I honestly thought that your only purpose as an adult is to just get old and work. And I'll certainly say that over the years, I've begun to challenge this mentality and really ask myself, how much control do I want over my time? How much do I want to have to rely on employment, active employment, in order to make income and to support my lifestyle? So that's really driven me down the path of pursuing financial independence. Now, that's enough about my childhood upbringing. You can read the rest about that in my autobiography that I'll publish years down the line. But fast forward, I went to the University of Virginia and studied in their business school, the McIntire School of Commerce, and got my Bachelor's of Science in Commerce, concentrating in both finance and information technology. My financial journey really did kickstart in 2020 when I graduated from college. And mind you, this was also during the height of the pandemic. So just to paint that picture, I graduated from college with 5 figures of student loans. I was fortunately working a great full-time job, making good money, but still understanding that I needed to live a reasonable life considering my net worth, which is how much I'm worth minus all my debt, was still negative considering the student loans. So I was able to take advantage, or at least utilize, the opportunities that I had, such as being able to go back home to live with my parents to minimize expenses. And I was still fortunate that my old 2012 Honda Civic that I bought back in high school was still pushing like a charm. So living a reasonable lifestyle, especially during that time, was something that was important to kickstart my financial journey. Now, needless to say, as a young 22-year-old adult that just graduated from college, I did have my desires too, to want to move out, buy a new car, and spend the money as I was making it. Again, I was working full time for the first time ever and making decent money. But I was fortunate that just when I started my career, I was introduced to this book, The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins, from my older brother. So big shout out to him. And honestly, this is one of my favorite books, hands down, mainly because it not only teaches you the path of how to be wealthy, but it also makes you challenge why you want to be wealthy. And it really restructures the way you look at personal finance. Now, just as a heads up, I will be referencing this book throughout the channel, so I do highly recommend it to anyone who's looking to either take control of their personal finances or is beginning their financial journey and needs help. So that said, I will also even leave you with the note that this book has taught me the most important core principle of finance that anyone could tell you, and that is that you have to spend less than you make, invest the surplus, and avoid debt. Now, being able to do that is dependent on one thing that you will need, which is discipline. Now, I know what you're thinking. Am I watching a paid sponsorship? And you'd be wrong, because this video is brought to you by me, because I don't have any sponsors. And that said, This is all a passion project that I'm putting together here. And I personally enjoy the subject of personal finances for a number of reasons, such as how it brings the freedom to decide how you elect to use your time. And it also provides so much more opportunities and doors that would ultimately be closed, assuming that you did not have this knowledge to acquire this type of wealth. So I say all this to provide this token of advice, which is that you should try to understand the agenda of the content creator you're following, especially when it pertains to financial advice, because it's way too often that some of these content creators will try to push terrible crypto coins or pyramid schemes, really trying to sell this lifestyle to you that you can become rich overnight if you follow some X number of steps. I promise you, all that's gonna do is get them rich and then take money out of your pockets. So don't be afraid to even challenge some of the ideas that I present to you on this channel. Personally, I know I'm here to pay it forward with the great financial advice that I've received over the years that I trust will make me a millionaire and reach financial independence. And my goal is to pay it forward to folks out there that also want to follow in a similar path as well. So to wrap things up, I'll say that the content of this channel will be great for adults in all age groups, but especially for young adults just graduating from high school or college and beginning their career. I say that because time is going to be your greatest superpower at acquiring wealth. Now, I'll say that again. Time is your greatest superpower at acquiring wealth, so you do not want to put this off. I understand finances can be complicated, but it's my goal to make it as easy as possible. So easy, a caveman can do it. A caveman can do it. Don't sue me. So I have a lot of great topics I plan to cover in the future, such as how to invest, the step-by-step process, retirement accounts, savings, debt, credit cards, and just how to reach financial independence as soon as possible. Again, this is a passion project that I'm putting together on this channel while juggling a full-time job. So it really means a lot if you give this video a like. Please do comment and subscribe to the channel and share it with someone that you may know. But until the next video, spend less than you make, invest the surplus, and avoid debt. Peace.